What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as Ridemyavatar, and today we are gonna go over the Market Watch, our weekly Friday Market Watch, and we have some amazing cards to go over. Let's dive right into the video, shall we? It wouldn't be a Market Watch if we didn't start with the Greymons. Personally, that is what I always start my Market Watch with. We're checking out the Greymons. Tamer Party Pack promo is almost bought out. There's only 4 listings so far. Let's take a dive right into that. Let's see how many of these beautiful listings are left. So we have, thanks, 4, 5, 9, 18, 20 copies left on market, and then it's gone. I mean, do I see people buying it for 30? Maybe not. Do I see him buying in the 20 range? Possibly, but I really doubt we're going to see 25 just going for it just yet. Depends on how hypercritical it comes into the future plays, or even if it gets a nerf in some sort. I don't know what the ban list holds, but we'll have to have a video on that discussion later. So let's keep talking about it. Other Greymon, we got 18 listings. He's not going anywhere. The starter deck is just bountiful. He's going to hold for a bit. Then you have Greymon promo. There are 31 listings. Fine to sit here until people figure out something spicy with him, or he could get really spicy in the future. We don't know yet. Greymon here from the Classic Collection. Not bad. Like $30, $35 here, but not terrible at all. I like seeing my Greymons. So that's how we start our Market Watch off, boys and girls. Kind of light, easy. I wanted to talk about the July Evolution Cups. Since the announcement of the tournament Evolution Cups 2 pack is coming, the event pack 2 is going to be coming, and we have new cards all in general. Eventually, these cards will spike to prices unbelievable because they will be hard to get your hands on. They're not going to be easy, and I really feel bad if you didn't get your hands on them sooner than later. So I'm trying to make some good calls for you guys now. Think about cards and decks you want to play in the future, and will these be relevant? A lot of these 2-cost Digimon vanillas, to be honest with you, start slowly fading out because you really want effects more and more. A lot of decks shift over to it, but occasionally there are some decks that just continue to want it. Like this Commandramon here, he's always going to be needed for the Commandramon deck until something better comes along. But we don't know exactly what the future holds for us. But at the end of the day, make sure you pick up your cards you really want and hold on to them, because if these all of a sudden just start dropping and dropping, eventually you won't have an option to get these cards anymore. So definitely don't sleep on this. I feel like you have a best shot now. Grab the cards you want now and then hold on to them, because unless they're going to do more printings of this, which I really doubt, they'll probably make a different art style or something. Outside of that, not terrible. Let's talk about it. With the X antibodies coming, which we have just shown off Gallimon. Gallimon has quite a few iterations now, but a lot of the Royal Knights in that set, if they get an X antibody form, there'll only be one version for them. So these are just ticking time bombs that are going to be needed to be bought out eventually. They're going to get bought out the moment they have an X antibody version come out that says Digivolve for 1 on top of its regular form, and it'll have a better effect related to that. So definitely don't sleep on your, regular forms for your X antibodies. Get them at the max rarity now if you want to play that deck, because if you miss out, I'm gonna say it, I'm warning you now. If these get really good, powerful upgrades in their X antibody forms, you're gonna want to have these. So pick them up now and hold on to them before it's too late. It's really important. Leopardmon especially, seeing as he is from the set 1, you're not gonna get this card set any easier. This card will go up to the moon prices. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. There's not many times I'm gonna say this, but it's going to go to the moon. It's gonna go up, it's gonna go crazy high, and then you're gonna be upset because you missed out on it. Pick it up now because it's only $4. $5 get spend like 20 bucks or even close to 30 to get your playset. Get them now, get them raring to go because you're gonna need them. Same thing with Ridemyavatar. He might be $16, $18 right now. He's going down. He's recuperating from his last buyout, but if he gets an X antibody form that requires to be digivolved on top of him for one, and it boosts up the strength of what he's doing, this card's going to go right to the $30 range quite easily because he's going to be good for that deck looking forwards. So don't sleep on cards like this because Digimon is a good example. He was like $5 at one point. He gets relevant in a deck, gets bought out. Let's talk about another thing. Revision pack cards. They are the most up-to-date versions with the erratas eliminated. I mean, the erratas in the card. So they are a little more expensive, and they are really off for it. So Lobomon and Agumon both sitting at the $10 range, 11. Once those go, you're just only going to have the misprinted versions that you need to remember there's an errata to it. So just a friendly reminder, these will start slowly climbing up once the revision cards disappear, which I find ridiculous. They should have multiple editions of it anyway. Let's go into Diaboromon. He's sitting at a lovely $80 price. He's been slowly climbing back up after people started realizing that you're still going to need him for Diaboromon in Classic Collection. Don't sleep on this card. You're going to really want it because he's at least a minimum 2 of. Next, we have Lucemon being Lucemon. Lucemon is just great while you have 10 or more cards in your trash. When playing this card from hand, reduces play cost by 8. It is finally getting tickering down. He's going to climb down until they make more Lucemon support. And when they do, this card's going to skyrocket and you're going to wish you had your playset. Buy them now, hold on to them, don't move them, get them now. Because once they show another Lucemon, even if it becomes an X antibody Lucemon, this card's going to spike because if it can function with both, you're going to want the card. Now, let's talk about it. The Tamer's Evolutionary box cards. Here's one. Hammer Spark's a good example. Right now, sitting at a lovely $85 to $90 range. Just holding there. These are all Japanese cards. You can't use them, sadly enough. But hey, just giving you a heads up, you can't use them. Then we're going closer into Classic Collection. Machinedramon is starting to come down into the $70 range. Wait for him to reach 50. Pick him up when you see him on 50. Check the market every couple hours. See if he drops on a 50. Then pick him up. I think $50 for this card is a really good call. Pick him up at 50 is solid. Anything above that, it's not worth it. And wait. Let's take a quick gander into EX, the Classic Collection anyway. So Diaboromon's bought out. Not an issue. Imperial Dramon Dragon Mode Alternate Art $65. Machinedramon's Analog Youth $80. Wait on this. I have said this before. Unless the proper card price comes up. This card, easily buy it at 20s. 17s, 15s would be the best, but $20 is acceptable to pick up, in my personal opinion. Pyledramon and Patamon, both overly priced. Agumon $25, Biomon being a little expensive stinker. Gabumon Alternate Art sold out, $42, not worth hunting. Ogremons, Imperial Dramons, Analog Youth, Ice Wall. And this is all codependent on what the restriction list is going to hold or the ban list. This card could sit at an $8 price very easily, or it could just go bye-bye and out of here. So just taking a quick look, nothing really too overly priced. The uncommon Agumon is cents on the dollar. Don't waste your money. Please don't. I'm trying to save you guys money, not make you waste your money for nothing. So Alphamon Alternate Arts around $41. Sadly, you missed out on that beautiful $31 range, but hey, $40 is not bad for an alternate art. So definitely pick him up. He's only going to get better. He's only going to climb. Bellstar coming down further. This card is kind of having that reverse effect that Alphamon's having. Alphamon's starting to climb while Bellstar is coming down. And that's because Bellstar becomes less and less viable as the sets go on because she's just too slow. And even with the Eismons in BT7, just doesn't always help out where it needs to be. So definitely keep that in mind when you're trying to move your Bellstars. Rise Greymon alternate art finally going to the moon, boys and girls, from that $15 range that you missed out on. He's now in that 30. He's doubling, and it's gonna stay there. So because Great Legends is a harder and harder set to find, you're gonna be missing a lot of combo pieces. So just a heads up, keep that in mind. Giant Greymon has been climbing as well over the past couple weeks, from December 11th, I'm gonna say, around there, early December. He has just been slowly climbing, and he's just sticking here. If you missed the opportunity, you're really gonna be out of luck once this card probably hits back to $50 very easily, because again, this is from the set 2, so it's a harder set to get. Anything from older sets become more and more expensive because they're harder to pull, especially if they get support or they become really strong decks. Then we have Nokia. Nokia, I'm trying to tell you guys, pick her up now. You don't want to be caught with your pants down when all of a sudden the Black War Greymon or more Greymon support in some way, shape, or form comes out, and then you're gonna need this card because she's gonna help lower that cost, especially if they get an X antibody version of War Greymon, which is highly possible because they have Omnimon in that set probably. And if they have another X antibody Omnimon, you're probably gonna get the Greymons and the Metal Garurumon in that set as well. So don't sleep on the card. Davis is hovering back down from that $15 price from, you know, last week. He's coming back down. I don't think he's gonna hold this range for too long. Then you'll probably go back down to 8, and then he's just going to fluctuate between $8 and $11. Just that's how he's going to hold. So definitely take that into account. Let's go into the pre-release cards, because I'm only probably one of the few people that actually covers any of this, because pre-release cards are super important. They are usually the highest rarity of your uncommons and your rares, so definitely take that into account. We're taking a quick look. Arbormon finally came back on the market. Gundramon is slowly going down. Let's see. We'll talk about those in a minute. But, I mean, if you're looking for... I know a lot of people want the max rarity Impmons, but this is definitely a good midway, because you, instead of paying $60, at least it's higher rarity than the rare version. As the pre-release stamp, they're usually coveted equally and held somewhat on the same level of high rarity. So don't sleep on this. Pick this up here if you want to get some decent Impmons. So definitely letting you know that's probably the way you want to go. Ancient Troymon, this is being slept on. I'm telling you this right now. This should be picked up. This should be like a $5 card very easily, but it's being slept on very easily. Nothing else in there, but let's talk about it. Flamedramon is creeping up higher and higher. No listings left. He's bought out. So if you missed that $5 train, I feel bad for you. You should have got it when it was $5, but hey, you live and learn, right? Howling Memory Booster is still climbing, and the last listed price is $30. And it looks like somebody has just been repetitive buying, because there's no way $30.70 has been moving. They're trying to just fluctuate the market here. So just giving you a heads up that it's not naturally selling for $37. This is probably the same person fluctuating the market. But hey, I can't give you 100% on that. Jinkumon Promote has been seeing some steady climb over this couple days. Well, over this past month anyway. So looking at it, $24 is kind of where it's just happy medium. There's not much product on the market for it to do anything more than that. He's a great card. All in all, that's what you got to deal with. Then I want to talk about Ty yet again. He's just climbing and climbing to the moon. 27, 20. He's just going. Ty is just steadily climbing. It's not even the foil version either. It's a very nice rendition box topper, but he's not even foiled. So let's take a look at pre-release Great Legends. Great Legends, very interestingly, Lalamons. Looks like Magna Angemon from pre-release is actually climbing. So the winning card is actually showing some decent headway back up from its previous standings. So it looks like it's $5 and $10 got bought out recently. So yeah, somebody's been really hammering this card to spike up, and I don't blame them. It's a really nice card to have for collection purposes. Is it going to see competitive play? No, but there's only one way you got this, and that was winning the event. So it is a winner's prize. So eventually this will get bought out, and it'll be an expensive card left and right. So don't think otherwise. So let's go into Battle Omni. We got Black War Growlmon. We got Gilamons being the high-end card. Mega Digimon Fusion. Unless this gets hit, this is your highest rarity of Megamon Digimon Fusion. This card will get bought out the moment set 7 hits, and we're going to see so many of the hybrid decks just use this with their Susanamons to cheat it in for 1 cost. So definitely pick up your Mega Digimon Fusion high rarity now, unless it gets hit. So definitely take that into account, that it could possibly get hit. Shoutmon, we got Z Greymons, and Omni Shoutmon is still a little pricey. But outside of that, nothing too crazy here. Nothing really. And then nothing at all here. So guys, what do you think of the Market Watch? Let me know down in a comment. Let me know if I missed anything that might have spiked out of the blue that could have possibly been a good talk. So guys, remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next video. Peace!